now I'm holding on to your business. I'm trying to protect you medically. I'm trying to protect you romantically. Then and even now, I'm holding on to your business. I'm trying to protect you medically. I'm trying to protect you romantically. It could have been done. Before I even tell y'all the rest, I woke up this morning. Her publicist called me. Q, what can we do to put this thing to bed? Tell her to go on her stories and write, Funky Dineva did not do anything to me. I should have said something sooner. This was about 40 minutes before I even decided to do this live. The only reason the music video came out as early as it did was to... And even in this moment, I still don't have the heart to do it to you.
Something wild has been unfolding behind the scenes, and it all centers around Funky Dineva and Tamar. Two people nobody expected to be caught in this kind of storm. The situation has blown up so fast that even longtime fans are confused, and now the internet is buzzing nonstop. It all started with whispers, then frustration, and now actual claims being thrown out into the open. And the way this story is unraveling feels unreal. So let's break everything down clearly, because the timeline is the key to understanding why things are so intense between them right now. Back in August, Tamar made a post that stopped everyone in their tracks. She revealed she had gone through a terrifying medical emergency that left her injured and struggling to recover, how it dropped earlier than planned. And when he caught himself speaking, you could tell he realized he was revealing way more than he intended. So, what exactly was he hinting at? Let's go back to the night Tamar says she was found in a pool of blood. That same night, rumors exploded that she had been seen getting very close with Menace. Yes, Yandy's Menace. People online claimed Menace was out with Tamar and Funky Dineva that evening, and the whispers said Tamar and Menace looked too comfortable. And once those whispers started spreading, they spread fast. Multiple people started saying Tamar and Menace were flirting like they knew each other way too well. Some even claimed Tamar was sitting on Menace's lap that night, and the vibe between them was giving something is going on. Whether the details were true or exaggerated, the story took off and people were ready to believe the worst. It was messy, loud, and confusing, and Tamar hadn't addressed any of it yet.
Happened to you?
No, I'm not.
Or can you talk about
I can talk about it, but I'm not aware of what really happened to me.
Yeah.
All I know is that I went to a friend's birthday party. I gave a friend a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You thought was your friend.
Well, we ain't even gonna touch on that.
Yeah.
But then Tamar dropped a video out of nowhere. It was the rollout for her EP, and in the visuals, she and Menace were acting as each other's love interest. Suddenly, everything clicked for a lot of people. They figured, oh, that explains why folks thought something romantic was happening. It's just promo. It's just acting. Nothing more. Once the EP visuals came out, most people backed off the rumors. They assumed the flirting talk was just the result of Tamar and Menace filming or rehearsing scenes together. People shrugged and moved on, except Funky Dineva didn't. Remember, he said the music video came out earlier than it was supposed to. He was about to explain why, but stopped himself. He cut the sentence short like he realized he almost dropped a bomb he wasn't ready to expose. And now that he's speaking more openly, people are connecting the dots he tried to cover up before. Because the way he said, "I'm trying to protect you romantically," wasn't casual. It wasn't random. It was a slip. The kind where someone says part of the truth before remembering they're not supposed to. And now that he's not holding back, the picture looks very different than what fans originally believed. Funky Dineva made it sound like the rumors weren't just rumors. He made it sound like something actually went down that night between Tamar and Menace. Something more personal than a promo shoot or music rollout. And when he said the video was rushed out early, people started wondering if that was Tamar's way of covering up the real story by making everything look like planned marketing instead of something unexpected.
Why are you doing this? Why is it so important for you to create this narrative like you were doing something for a friend and a friend did you so wrong? Is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendices had in front of me, okay? All of that, you at the music video shoot in your booty shorts, sitting on top of him meeting us up at restaurants every time we met up, I was very uncomfortable with it. And if we gonna tell it, let's tell it all. So since she was throwing a party for a friend's birthday party, do y'all wanna know why I did not get out the car and go upstairs with Tamar when we got back to her house?
The timing was suspicious. The vibe was suspicious. And now Funky Dineva's comments are making people revisit the whole situation with fresh eyes. He basically implied that the EP visuals were used to explain away the flirting talk, almost like a shield. And he hinted that what happened that night wasn't acting, wasn't filming, and wasn't just friendly energy. It's messy, it's complicated, and it's honestly kind of shocking that all of this was happening underneath the surface while the public thought everything was just normal promo. Now that Funky Diva is openly talking, the story is no longer a quiet rumor or a misunderstood night out. It's something deeper, something he claims he tried to keep private until he felt pushed into a corner. And with everything he's hinted so far, people are waiting to see what else he's about to reveal. Because clearly this situation is nowhere near finished. Now that Funky Diva has fully opened the door, he's not holding anything back. He's straight up alleging that Tamar and Menace were not just playful, not just friendly, but actually involved in a full-blown romantic situation. And according to him, that is the real reason the video rolled out earlier than planned. He's making it sound like the early release wasn't a creative decision, it was a cover-up. But that's not the only claim he made. Funky Diva also said the people who truly know what happened the night Tamar was allegedly found in a pool of blood are Menace and his friend. He made it clear that he believes those two hold the real story, not the public, not the blogs, and not the fans guessing online. So what pushed him to finally spill everything? According to him, the breaking point came from something that seems harmless on the surface, an interview Tamar did just a few days ago. In that interview, she repeated the story that she threw him a birthday party. The conversation shifted from an injury to friendship drama to betrayal.
I have to hit up Funky because he was on live last night letting the tea spill. He basically said that your husband was with Tamar Braxton in the backseat of the car and they were kissing it up, girl. They was kissing so hot and heavy that it made him uncomfortable. So when they got to Tamar Braxton's house, he felt like, oh, I think you guys need some privacy, so I'm not going to go upstairs. So Mendeezy and Mendeezy's best friend went upstairs with Tamar. Next thing you know, Tamar Braxton woke up with no teeth.
And now to rumors of a secret relationship. Each layer made the story more complicated, and people started choosing sides without even knowing the full truth. And according to Funky Diva, this is just the beginning of what he says he knows. He hinted that there's more behind the scenes, more messages, more conversations, and more moments that he feels explain why he's so upset. Meanwhile, Tamar hasn't backed down from defending herself. She's been addressing things piece by piece, but the tension between her and Funky Diva has reached a level that seems almost impossible to repair. One thing is clear, this situation is nowhere near finished, and the claims being thrown around have created a storyline nobody expected. Not fans, not friends, and definitely not the people involved. So according to Funky Diva, Tamar could have cleared things up with one quick post, a tweet, a story, anything, and it would have stopped the internet from dragging him. He felt like she had the ability to speak up but chose not to, and that's what pushed him to finally defend himself on his own platform. But here's where things get even more chaotic. While Funky Diva was trying to clean his name, he hinted that he was sitting on a secret about Tamar, something he claimed could shift the whole narrative. When the moment came to spill the details, though, he hesitated. He danced around it, paused, and held back like he was debating if he should even say the words out loud.
Because after her and Mendeezy's got through kissing in the back of that goddamn car, I figured they wanted to be up there privately. That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar's house, I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you were sitting on his lap in that goddamn Uber and your ass was kissing, okay? And the shit made me damn uncomfortable, okay? Now, if anybody know who happened and what happened to your damn teeth, it's Mendeezy's and his best friend because they was the ones who went upstairs with you. Now, I don't know whether they was fucking your ass from the back and ran your head through the headboard or what, okay? But if anybody need to be investigated on what happened to you in your damn teeth, it need to be Mendeezy's and his friend.
And that hesitation, that one little slip where he said just enough but not everything, that became the key to the next part of this situation. At one point, he said, "I'm trying to protect you romantically." He also mentioned something about the timing of Tamar's music video rollout. And to Funky Diva, that was the moment he snapped. He said she didn't throw him any party, and hearing her repeat that version of events was enough to send him over the edge. In his mind, Tamar was rewriting the story publicly while staying quiet during the time he needed her, and he wasn't going to sit back anymore. People are now extremely divided. Some believe Funky Diva had every right to defend himself, especially after being blamed for something he says he didn't do. Others feel the opposite, that if he was really Tamar's friend, he would never air out her private life, no matter how upset he was. The argument is loud, messy, and emotional because both sides feel strongly about their point. But once Funky Diva spoke, the comments started rolling in fast. And the biggest shocker of all? The claim that Tamar was romantically involved with a married man, Yandy's husband Menace. That allegation alone sent the internet spinning. Hearing him say it so boldly, without hesitation, made people stop in their tracks. It wasn't hinted, it wasn't suggested, it was said straight up. And that's why so many viewers were left with their jaw on the floor. The moment he said Tamar and Menace were allegedly having an affair, everything else about that night started sounding different. People began going back to the rumors about Tamar sitting on Menace's lap, the close energy between them, and the sudden video release. It all hit harder with this new information. And then there's the part that really made people pause. Funky Diva mentioned wondering what exactly went on when Mendices, his friend, and Tamar went upstairs that night in that house. That detail added a whole new layer of mystery, and honestly, confusion to a situation that was already chaotic.
Somebody you claim to be cool with. You want to run around with somebody's sister this, sister that, friend this, friend that, and then the moment they do something that you don't care for or that you think is wrong in your mind, it's time to run their business? And you already been threatening to run it since, the situation and the fallout happened. Like, he was pulling one of them Simones off of Married to Medicine. I got this bag of, info. You keep playing with me and I'm going to dump it out. All right. Now what? Now what, Funky? Do you feel better about your life now that you think you've exposed Tamar?
She shared, "I struggled to write this, but everyone keeps calling me, and honestly, I can't even really talk anymore. I'm so weak, I almost died Sunday. I was found in a pool of blood from my friend with a face injury. As the days go by, the worse it is. I fractured my nose, lost some teeth and mobility. So the way I look at life now is totally different. As my health is on the mend, my mental journey begins. Pray for me for real. I don't even know what happened to me." People were shocked. Her message was emotional, heavy, and made it clear she was in serious pain, both physically and mentally. But this is where the story starts twisting. On the same night Tamar says the incident happened, she had been out celebrating with Funky Diva. There were claims she had thrown him a birthday gathering and that he was one of the last people with her before she ended up injured. Once those details surfaced, social media wasted no time jumping to conclusions. People started assuming Funky Diva had something to do with what happened, even though no facts were out yet. He suddenly found himself in the middle of a storm with commenters accusing him of things he never said he was involved in. The backlash hit him heavy, and it didn't take long for frustration to build. This moment is where the friendship between Tamar and Funky Diva began to crack. He felt abandoned. From his perspective, Tamar staying silent while he was being blamed made him look guilty. He expected her to clear things up right away since she knew he didn't cause her injury, but she didn't respond at the time. Tamar later explained her side. She said she wasn't ignoring the situation. She was literally in the hospital, trying to recover and regain strength. She said defending someone online was the last thing she was capable of in that moment because she was focused on staying stable and healing. But Funky Diva pushed back on that too. He said they were texting during that time, which made him believe she could have easily stepped in to shut down the accusations if she really wanted to. And because she didn't, he felt like he was left out to dry. And he took that personally. The hurt, confusion, and silence created a gap between them that just kept growing. And then Funky Diva reached a point where he decided to speak out publicly. Once he opened his mouth, he didn't ease into it. He went straight into heavy claims, and that's where things got explosive. Funky Diva said there was something going on between Tamar and Menace. He described it like it was an open secret behind closed doors, and the way he dropped that claim set the whole internet on fire. People didn't see that coming at all, especially while Tamar was still trying to recover from her injury and maintain some privacy. This allegation changed everything.